Hey. Hello, Claudia. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I had a few issues going in, but looks like I'm okay now.
Okay. Yeah, see, what do you see?
I see you.
Okay.
And
anything just, okay, I see you, but you don't see the control panels. Okay.
just you.
Pardon me?
Just you.
Okay, great. Because I'm the host. Now what I can do too is make you a host, and then you can control everything. And
You did make me a host. I went in with my host, because it was a different kind of link.
it
And it
is.
said,
It's a
do
different
not
link.
share this link with anybody.
Yes, that's a panelist link. That because were invited as a panelist, but a panelist. But if I made you a host, you're a panelist. But I can make any panelist a host, and you can control everything. You can.
I can. I have a share screen. Do you want me to? I mean, I don't have to share anything today, but
Okay,
if you
no,
want
no, I
to.
know. So anyway, we will. But the sound's good. How's the lighting for me?
You
Okay,
look perfect. Mine is
good.
terrible because I'm in Mateo's room, but yours is really good.
Well, I use just a clear, solid black background tonight too, so we're both on there. Well, I'm sure Dave's.
It looks great. Your background looks great.
Okay, and lighting's good. Let me see if I can share screen.
Yeah, test.
There we go.
Perfect. I see it perfect.
Okay, we can. Okay, and I see both of us up there in the top right-hand corner.
Yeah.
Okay, and do you see what do you see? Do you see my mouse?
I do.
Okay,
I see your mouse moving.
if I go view full screen. Now, can you still see me?
I can still see you.
Okay.
And I just see a little bit bigger that screen.
Okay, that's just, and you don't, it's just a solid background. There's no peripheral things. So, all righty. Now what do you see? The same?
Nothing changed, yeah.
Okay, great, because that way I can control the, now I can see, okay. I can go through, there we go. I'm going to take it back up to the top. There we go.
I just realized that all of your slides have the INT logo.
Where?
All of them. This little.
This over here?
Yeah, I
That's
never knew
INT?
that. Yeah.
And then here's For Life, Together Building People. Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I got this from For Life University.
I know. That's why I'm also being like, wow. Okay. Well.
And then it disappeared. So.
No, it's in every slide.
I know, but I meant the presentation disappeared from For Life Research. I don't see it back there anymore. So, and
okay, it's a good presentation. So
anyway, okay, so we can Q&A. We have no questions.
Let me text you a question. All panelists. Oh, all panelists. Yeah, everybody meaning, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the other one says, oh no, here, and I can do all panelists in attendance. Oh, okay.
So you can kind of monitor the questions.
I see. I did it first to all panelists, and now I did it all panelists and attendees. Okay.
And attendees. Okay. Got it. There's no attendees yet. Panelist 2. Okay. I can.
You got both of my texts, right?
Yes. Wait, yes. Claudia. Hello, everyone from Toronto. Yep. Hello. Okay, great. So, all right. Let's see. Ooh. Zoom sharing. Okay. We're in good shape here. Q&A participants, your screen sharing is paused. Q&A, resume share. Okay. Now, where do we I'm trying to see where we go from testing mode to actual broadcasting. So I see the green. Do you have? I see it says ID not brought. We're not broadcasting yet. So I click on that and we'll go broadcast. We still got 5 minutes, so I'm not going to click on that yet. So attendees cannot join right now. They can't join. And but once they're put in a kind of a hold pattern or a waiting room, and then once I click the broadcasting, then it'll go live.
That's great.
So,
it is recording though. I can see recording.
Yeah, I saw that, so I can go back and edit that. And do you record it to your computer, or you record it to the cloud?
I recorded it to. I was using Rick's computer, so to his cloud.
Okay, just wondered.
Laptop. And that's why I passed them to YouTube really quickly so that I could just have them, not use his, like if he wants to delete them or whatever.
I can, if you go over to more, we could do this live on Facebook and live on YouTube live too. I'm not tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm scared, but it would be good.
At some point. And what I was saying, next week, if you do the presentation next week, we'll just make you the host and I'll be in the background. I can be both. And then you can kind of be monitoring things and seeing if anybody raises their hand as I'm going through my presentation. And then I'm not going to mute you or Dave out.
Do you want me to do you want me to create the webinar from Dave's?
The webinar, when I created this webinar, we can talk more about this later too. I just did this reoccurring, this Tuesday night webinar that I have here with this link.
Okay, perfect.
Goes through January 23rd.
Perfect. Okay, let's do it like that.
You can, once you register, you don't have to register again. So we're up to 20, I think 20 people registered tonight.
Neat. Oh my!
So they don't have to register again for next Tuesday. They're going to continue to get. And I'm still working on follow-up emails and do a reminder email and getting all.
You're really good at that, Mike. Like I said, the best medicine that I have right now is you, because you push me to do the things that I need to do, which is that follow-up. And every morning you're posting and your ambassador's page is right on track and everything. So you're such a good leader.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
You are. You're amazing. So it keeps me right on my toes.
You should have heard Lucille talk about you tonight on her national conference call. It was, she mentioned you, mentioned me, and she pushed this webinar and said, if you're not on the 9 o'clock webinar, here's my number, call me, I'll get you the information. You need to hear so anyway, and we'll see. So, well, I wonder where Dave is. 2 minutes, but I'll see if he comes. I'll see when he pops in here. So
I think he will. Let me write Gary, because I don't want them to feel bad. So.
Oh, I know. Well, he did text me about 2 hours ago that with a big thumbs up, and he'd see me anyway. So yeah. I'm
just gonna write her. Don't forget our webinar. It's ours, so that way they get involved in it.
And we can also. I didn't know. I can also easily make Gabby a panelist.
Yes,
and actually, any attendant, you can go into that participants and make any of the attendees a panelist during the presentation. If somebody were to rise, say another Dr. Bennett jumped on the webinar, and you not saw that, you could go in and make him a panelist and let him speak and then take him out of the panelist. But you can make any attendee a panelist by just
well, because this goes right with your blog radio, because that's how you run it. So it's great because it's like almost you can make it so, do the presentation and then have a guest. And
exactly.
Dave used to have these presentations before. They were called, DNA.
Right.
No. It was before DNA. His team was called United Networkers. And he had an English and a Spanish one, very structured every single week. And every single week in the Spanish one, there would be a different presenter because it was not him. And the English one, it was always him, and Kevin, and Jeff, and him. So it lasted a long time, those presentations.
Okay, well, I'm going to go. It's 8 o'clock. I'm going to hit broadcast. Let's see what happens.
Get better posture here.
If they're coming on, hopefully.
Do you have your phone beside you?
I do.
I need to text you.
I do. Do you still see the For Life? Do it with For Life? The first slide. Hello, folks. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the presentation this evening. Happy holidays. I want to welcome all of you as you join here. I see some folks jumping on here now, and it's 8 o'clock here in Texas. My name is J. Michael Smith, and Claudia is here with me from Toronto, Canada. Hi, Barb. I saw Barb just raised her hand, and so raise your hand when you come in. We're going to not take too much of your time this evening. Hi, Lucille, Lisa, Tammy, Pam. It's so glad to see you jumping on here tonight. We're going to share some information with you and your guests this evening that I think you're going to really just love. And Claudia's here with me tonight. I'm going to share a little bit of my story, a little bit about my life and why I chose this company to align myself with over the next 30 minutes. And we'll do some Q&A. There's a Q&A tab. You can write a question to us and we'll answer some questions at the end. If you have, we'll give our phone numbers out and get you more information if you need it and get you moving forward. We have guests on from, it looks like from all over the country. I was receiving emails this afternoon as folks were registering for this webinar about For Life research. But a little bit about me, I'm J. Michael Smith. I am a baby boomer and have been, oh my gosh, had a very, very successful career, probably way more than I deserved, and blessed career in the restaurant industry for close to 40 years. Not to kind of date me. And for over 30 of those years, I owned and operated my own restaurants on Maui, Hawaii, and in the state of Colorado. So I was blessed to have a lifestyle with my family on the shores of Maui and the mountains of Colorado. And my son today, we moved to Hawaii in 1987. Tyler was 18 months old. Today he's 32 years old and is an avid snowboarder, windsurfer, surfer, and skier. And so he has had a blessed life as well. But the point being that the business, being an independent business owner, it allowed me to build a business in the restaurant business. We started from scratch with this tiny little cafe, and I mean small, rolled up our sleeves and went to work. In 2008, actually it was late 2008, let's say 2009, about just not too long ago, another great friend of mine I had gotten to college with, a very successful businessman in his own right. He was a home developer in Southern California. We met when we were in school in San Diego, introduced me to network marketing and showed me what something very, very similar to what you're seeing here, you're going to see here tonight. And it's about sharing products, about just word of mouth advertising. And as you know, it's where there's a movie or a product or the best hair salon or the best restaurant in town. I moved and built my restaurant on word of mouth advertising back in the 70s and 80s and the 90s, and growing my restaurant company from that little tiny little cafe in 87. By the way, it's still open today. It's 32 years of age today, or will be next month. but we built it through word of mouth advertising. What we're also blessed with, folks, is a transitioning, as you know, into this scary in some ways global digital economy. And it's just been it's fast paced, it's moving at rocket speed, and it's moving just fast. And we can market our products worldwide through to billions of people, literally. Hey, Dave, welcome, buddy. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Dave.
Hey, Dave, how are you?
He's coming on here. Anyway, folks, through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter account, YouTube. I saw, it was unbelievable. They say something like 700 hours of YouTube video is downloaded every single minute. I mean, that's no exaggeration, but the digital economy is just moving worldwide, and it's allowed us to grow into this business of building people. And when we say this, we don't just say it, we actually do live it. We live this every single day, and together building people around the world. Our team, led by Mr. Dave Daughtry and his wife Gabriella, is global team, and we're blessed to be with them. There's many other great leaders in North America. Our company has grown worldwide through science. We are a scientific research company. We are not, based on success. And when I say success as a company, from the corporate standpoint, and from service. Those are our three pillars, the three pillars that we work with. But our scientists, microbiologists, doctors, work just relentless in our laboratories and our manufacturing facility in Utah. We have health advisory boards all over the world. But it's an amazing scientific company that was founded in 1998. We're coming up on our 20-year anniversary. And what makes us different? When I saw this presentation, and when Mr. Daughtry shared this with me a few years ago, I wanted to know what made it different. And there's a few things that really make us stand out. And we'll let Dave talk a little bit about it too, but really it's the exclusive for-life transfer factor immune support system. This system is, we could spend 2 hours tonight going over the quality and what this transfer factors do in our bodies and in our lives to boost our immune system. But basically it recognizes and responds to threats that attack our body, and then remembers those threats so that when it comes around again, it can attack them fast and build an immune system and just boost our immune system. I saw numbers like this. We have 5 U.S. patents, 36 international patents, and dozens of more patents pending worldwide. Look at the AAA ratings. We are a 20-year-old company that grew globally first. And here's the slide. When I saw this slide is when I set up and said, okay, this is interesting. Look at these numbers, folks. Wellness, 3.7 trillion. And we are the leading immunologist scientific research company globally working with transfer factors. So our products are positioned in this $3.7 trillion industry. Weight management, our Pro TF line of products, body transformation line, quality, top quality. It competes with any other line that you can find around the country. Healthy aging. Again, I'm a baby boomer. Did you know, actually, folks, that every single day in the United States, 10,000 Americans turn 65? I did it last year, so there's my age. I'm 66, just turned 66 this year, but 10,000 Americans will turn 65 today, tomorrow, and that will continue for the next 10 years. So we are positioned, again, with our 4Life products for helping the baby boomers age into their 70s, 80s, 90s, and even the centurions. The products I take and the products my mother at 90 takes helps them live a quality life, healthy lifestyle. Skincare, 150 billion industry. Our Inumi line, I will put it up against any skincare line. I know Claudia promotes the skincare line through her group and through her 4Life Women, Empowering Women organization. We have an amazing skincare line. My point being that any one of these four, you could build a dynamic business if you just took a small percentage from any one of these industries, you could build a dynamic, profitable business. And that's what I saw. And that's when I saw this slide, I said, I don't know what, I'm already thinking, I wonder what the investment is to get this started. As I said, we are a research company, and we are the leading immune science experts in immunology globally. Our doctors and PhDs are trained. Dr. Richard Bennett, Dr. Vaughn, there's so many doctors who understand transfer factors going back to the 50s and the 60s when it was discovered. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on transfer factor tonight. This is the product, though, that launched our company 20 years ago. And again, it was the only product we had. I know that Dave will talk about this. Dave has been with our company since it started in 1998. But this product, it's not a vitamin, it's not a mineral, it's a peptide protein that is made by our immune system for our immune system and promotes overall wellness. We can get you more information on this. Talk to the folks that invited you onto this call tonight, and we can get all the information you want on understanding how this works, where it comes from, how we manufacture it. And it's just, but trust us, we have sold over $3 billion in transfer factor products over the last 19, almost 20 years. Our ProTF line, again, is talking about the weight management. We're having tremendous success with this line of products, this 30-day product for men and women, designed exclusively for each of us, whether you're a woman or a man, and variety of products, and each and every one of them, many of them patented. That ProTF protein powder there at the top there in the middle is the premier, the best, and it's not because I am selling it, it's because I'm using it. I know this is the best protein product, exclusively with the power of transfer factor in it as well, on the market today. It just we're having such success. We're selling these packs all over the world. Actually, you can see it optimizes our composition, includes exclusive for life transfer factor, and again, that's so important, folks. We're the only company that includes this exclusive immune boosting product in our products around the world. Here's the real life results. These 4 folks just represent literally hundreds, if not thousands of people, customers, friends, family, representatives, distributors that are using the products and having tremendous success in changing their lifestyle and working on diet, nutrition, and using our supplements around the country. One other area that we have within the wellness and the area and the transformation is our energy sticks. I won't talk much about this, but for one, I can't go in a single grocery store, a convenience store, and go through a checkout counter in Tyler, Texas here. I can't think of one that doesn't have a line of 5-hour energy drinks, all those just sugar, heavily sugar, monsters, all those, as you know, and I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Our energy sticks, on the other hand, are scientifically produced. They offer natural products. They're not, they're just, this we're selling. I keep these in my car, my gym bag, my briefcase, my glove compartment box, and I keep them in my pocket, and I pass these out all over Tyler, Texas, and wherever I go. And I use them on a regular basis. For Life pays us 6 different ways. And what's an amazing number, back of that slide I showed you earlier with the 4 industries, when I saw this and was told that For Life is more than happy to share over 60%, up to 64% of every dollar of revenue back to its family of distributors worldwide, whether you're in Australia, Korea, wherever you are around the world. But 6 ways: retail profit. You can buy our products by the piece, or you can buy them by the case at wholesale pricing and sell it at retail. You can 25% on every new distributor's first order. And you open a new store around the country in your own backyard or another state, another country, and you can receive a 25% on that store, or that distributor's first inventory order to stock his store. 25% on every customer order that orders through your website. We have a quick 2-step process. They don't even have to necessarily set up an account to order products through our digital world economy. 25% on personal purchases. Team commissions. Briefly talk about this just really quickly. Here's an example. There you are. It looks like you're up in, I think, Lincoln, Nebraska there in North America. And you start growing and sharing with friends and family and who you know. And 6 times one of our 30-day accelerator systems equals $30. Doesn't really sound like a lot, but it's a start. As you grow out this company and grow out your business, you start expanding. We do business all over the world. We have offices in 25 countries. We can sell product in over 70 countries. And in fact, there's people that say we have products sold in over 100 countries. See, Australia, South America, up to Alaska, Canada, Toronto, where Claudia is. As you continue to grow out, 216 times the accelerator packs, now you're looking at some serious numbers and some serious income for your family and yourself as you build a true business that has profits. The sixth way that we get paid is our earn free products through our For Life loyalty program that was initiated, and we get free product every single month. And we can sell that product, we can use that product, consume that product, we can sample that product. And so our loyalty program is another way of the 6 ways that For Life compensates you for opening and building a true online business. The rewarding lifestyle part is what really enticed me 8 years ago, friends. When I love the restaurant business. I, in fact, still do have 2 restaurants in Colorado. But the lifestyle and I had a great lifestyle, but I was tied to those brick and mortar restaurants, and I was in those restaurants. What For Life has allowed me to do is build a global network from my laptop and my iPhone. I can be here in Tyler, Texas, Houston, Texas, Rome, Italy, Kona, Hawaii, where Claudia just returned from, working over in Hawaii. Anywhere that has Wi-Fi and cell phone service, I can build a business. And it creates such meaningful and lasting relationships. And I just love this part of the lifestyle I'm creating. The third part here that I really saw about this particular company that separates us is their heart, our founders, Dave and Bianca Lisenby, for service to the world for those less fortunate than us. And our company my heart just burst when I hear the stories of the children in Colombia or in the Dominican Republic around the world that we help and serve and feed, and through our programs, through our Foundation for Life, which is the nonprofit side of our company. We are a for-profit company. For Life is a for-profit, but 10 years ago, Dave and Bianca started the Foundation for Life. And so we give back. We are so blessed with such success. So many of us give back around the world, and it's just rewarding, which makes, again, a rewarding lifestyle. You can also, I did know my purpose and meaning in life when I went to Maui, Hawaii in 1987 with a wife and 18-year-old child and opened a cafe. I loved that industry. It was a blessing. I never felt like I had to work. I wasn't working. It was what you chose to do, is your passion in life. And we built that little cafe up to 4 restaurants, and then 5, and then 6, then 7, then 8, then 9 restaurants. We had 500 and something employees. But it was purpose of pouring into employees and pouring into lives and teaching and training and serving the communities and being parts of communities. So I always have known my purpose and meaning, but For Life has taken me to a different level. It just seems like we now are a global village. And I am on Zoom calls to Africa and Europe and Montgomery, Alabama, and my gosh, up to Toronto, Canada, almost daily. So we are a global world now, and this company allows you to grow at any pace you want. Do you get support? You absolutely do. I've been just amazed at my time in this company with Dave and Gabby leading us down a path that they took and started. 18 years ago. I'm sorry, 19 years ago. And they took the path, they led the way. They were the one product, a brand new company. We didn't do that 3 billion in sales in the first month or week or year. It took us 19 years to sell that, but they blazed a trail, and now they're sharing it with us. So the step-by-step training from Gabriella's and the other top leaders in our company who've been with the company. Lucille, 15 years, knows our products inside out, upside down. I mean, I was on a conference call with her just earlier tonight, hearing about some of the products, but they have tremendous support here. You're not doing this alone. We are a family. We're on a team. We have step-by-step corporate training from the corporate. We have For Life University that can show you what to accomplish in 30, 60, 90 days to make your business get profitable very rapidly. You receive personal mentors that personally will call you until you tell them not to call. Personal mentors will call you daily if you need it to help you move through and build a business. We have teams, like I said, all over the globe. There's really 3 different choices you have to make, that can make. A business developer, that's what Dave and Gabby were when they got started. That's what Claudia and myself are, business developers. As I've been a business developer and business builder since 1987. And when I opened that first little cafe in Maui, Hawaii. Retailer, mentioned earlier, you can just buy our products at retail. Case prices are discounted tremendously that you can then go buy at wholesale and sell at retail level. Or you can just become a customer of our top quality products, and customers all over the world are seeing benefit with their health, their skin, their health and wellness, nutrition, just everything that we do. We have targeted products, and our transfer factors is improving their health worldwide. So those are the 3 levels, 5 easy steps. The person that invited you to this call can help you get through these first 5 steps very, very quickly and start your business. Does it work? Yes, it can. It can definitely work, of course, if you work. None of this is guaranteed. These numbers represent the average yearly commissions for all the distributors worldwide in 2016. They took these numbers from the income disclosure statement, which is available on our website for everybody to look at. So these are average numbers, and you can see the different levels: diamond and presidential, international diamond, gold international diamond, and platinum international diamond, where Gabriella and Dave Daughtry are today after 20 years. And it took them that journey of 19 years to get there. Does it take everybody 19 years? Depends on how hard you work. Just yesterday, we promoted a new Platinum International in South Korea, husband and wife who have been working diligently for the last 5 years to build an international business through South Korea. So yes, it does work. It's not guaranteed, but if you do the work, follow the leads, are coachable and willing to learn, either on a part-time basis, full-time basis, you determine what level you want to be at and what you're in charge of your income. How to start your business. We have packs, we have starter packs. Again, the person that invited you to this presentation would love to have you talk to them, and they can help you develop and build your own packs. Basically, it's $30 to get a website and become get a starter kit, and then we start buying products, enroll in the loyalty program, start sharing the products, and start attending and sharing the opportunity with others. And that's how you do it. That's how you do it, to do life differently with For Life. I want to bring Claudia on here for a few minutes. Claudia, I met about a year ago. She has building a dynamic international company out of Toronto, but also, and she and I have partnered to really take a 2018 plan. We've talked over the last, Claudia, 6 weeks in building our business plan for 2018. We want to take For Life to all 50 states, all provinces in Canada in 2018. And that's why we're looking for people just like you out there watching this tonight. We're inviting you to join us to take and go on this journey in 2018 to build a dynamic business of people building people, people taking transfer factor and improving the life of people around the world. I'm going to throw the floor over to Claudia, chat for a little bit. Dave, if you're still on, would love to hear from you. Claudia, you can introduce him in just a few minutes too, but let's let Dave finish it up tonight. Dave, how are you, sir, though, first? Doing all right?
I'm doing great. Doing great. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, it's an honor to have you on. But let's go to the women first. Give Claudia the floor. I'd love to hear, let's love her story. And let's let her tell her story real quickly. Claudia.
Thank you, Michael, and thank you, Dave. I'm really blessed to be in this team, and I'm just so excited that we're partnering now with Michael on these projects that we have. I just have to say that, like I said, I ended up probably in the most amazing team in the world because my leaders, Dave and Gabriela Daughtry, have always been there for me from day one. They really have been just always on top of the plans that I have, and sometimes they might not work. We have to tweak them here and there, but I have to say that the support that we get in this company is amazing because from day one, I found that Dave was right there just listening to everything I had to say and I had to plan. And so I'm very thankful for that. And my story, I'll keep it short today, but I'm just going to kind of summarize it with what has been happening in the last month, because this is the reason why I do For Life. And it's just like Michael was saying, I'm super excited to share two things today with our guests and our cross lines, which is tomorrow I'm traveling to Florida and I'm traveling with my son. So I'm doing a road trip. And this is one of the things that I said, I have to do something like network marketing. My friend comes downstairs. She's my neighbor and she works at a company, and she says, I'm a little worried about you because, I could find you a job. And I said, you don't understand. I quit my job 2 years ago. And she goes, but it's just that it's not safe what you're doing. And I said, oh, it is safe because tomorrow I'm doing a road trip with my son. He's not even going to finish school, but he's in kindergarten. So I'm not being a responsible mom. I just think that I value spending time with him. And so she goes, but I don't know, is 2018 going to be like what? Because I could find you a job. I can refer you. I got tons of opportunities that I get thrown at me. And I said, oh, no, don't worry. I have tons of opportunities that get thrown at me. I get recruited on LinkedIn and all of these things because of my previous experience. But you don't understand. It is not about a job. It is about a lifestyle. So what I wanted to share with everybody is that tomorrow at 4 a.m., I'm going to grab a car that I rented and I'm heading to Florida because that's where my family lives. But I'm heading with my son. So next week, we're hosting this call again, the three of us, but I'll be the one doing the presentation. And so what other job could I actually take my son on a road trip? We're going to Disney, but he doesn't know. And I'm going to be hosting this from Orlando, from a timeshare that we're going to take, and I'm going to be doing my work with my son by my side. Now, the next thing is the following day, I'm going to be visiting some cousins that I have over there and doing the presentation. So this is the lifestyle that I always dreamed. I'm not where I want to be. Yes, I know that, but I'm heading there because time freedom was what it was about for me. The money will come eventually. So whatever you decide, you want money, you put more hours into it. You want time freedom like me, then you do what you want to do. 2 weeks ago, I was hosting from Kona, and like Mike said, we have big projects to build on California and Hawaii. And so it is amazing that I was talking to you guys from Hawaii and hosting our previous meetings from there. And next week I'll be hosting from Florida. So it is happening for me what I wanted, which is I'm with my son, I'm working with him. I'm not, I told him right now, I'm don't interrupt mommy because I'm working. And he's like, you're doing For Life? Okay, mommy, good. And so it's wonderful because this is what I dreamed as a mom. I don't care how much I was making before in my job because that was taking me away from my son. So I'm just going to keep it short because I can't wait to hear my leader because every time he talks, he just super inspires me. So I want to introduce to you, as I said to you before, the man that has not always been there for me, but he's been there for hundreds, not only hundreds, but hundreds of thousands of people, because I know this man has always given time to everybody, no matter how new you are, or no matter if he leads most of the platinums in his team, like our incredible Jeff Aldrich, that, he's just alive out there. That is one of the top leaders. He's under Dave. Dr. Herminia Narvaez, which we love to listen, he's under Dave. The just so many of the platinums, they actually have been trained personally by Dave. And this is what is exciting, because I want to be on that list. I want to be on the list of the platinums that have been trained by Dave, because he's got to be doing something right if he gets them up there, right? So I'm excited to introduce to you the man that has walked the path for us, the man that has opened the road, as a conquistador when there was nothing, when there was only one product, and he made it happen. He's a man that lives his dream from the dream house that he planned, driving the cars that he wanted, 19 years of hard work, discipline, and leadership. And so I present to you our leader of Platinum International, Dave Daughtry.
Wow, Claudia, you're going to have to MC convention. Thank you for the accolades. I appreciate that. And J Michael, both of you appreciate, all the work you're putting in and sharing this amazing company, our products and opportunity with everybody. So congratulations and kudos to you guys. And it's a pleasure to be here. I appreciate the opportunity to join in. I'd like to begin by kind of telling you a little bit about myself and how we started with 4Life. Gabby and I, we live in San Diego. We have 5 kids, ranging from ages 15 to 28. And we joined 4Life in 1998, the year they opened. And I was very, very fortunate because the gentleman who thought of me, Dr. Calvin McCausland is his name, I had met him 5 years prior to 1998. So in 93, I met him. And being a scientist and a doctor and having developed already at that time over 350 products for companies like New Skin, Nature's Sunshine. I mean,
Michael,
the guy's a legend in the industry. Can you hear me?
Yes, we sure can. Yes.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay. So Dr. McCausland, he thought of me because he remembered that I was suffering from a condition called Crohn's disease. And I don't mind sharing on this call that from 1991 to 1998, basically, I suffered tremendously from that condition. And so Dr. McCausland, he learned about transfer factor after David Lisenby's discovery. And after him doing his research as a scientist, he joined 4Life in the team. And he reached out to me and asked if I would take a look at it. And so, of course, I did. And here's the reason why I did. Anybody else that could have sent me that bottle that I received in the mail, a bottle of Transfer Factor Classic, along with a letter inviting me just to investigate and take a look. Now, I'd already been burnt in the industry. I'd been in network marketing for 18 years prior to 4Life, so 36 years total. And what happened to me previously is I put all of my hard work and energy and time and sweat and traveling and money, investments, everything into that company, and the company let me down. I was hurt by the company. But I worked really hard, and I actually got an income that was, substantial. I became a millionaire in a previous company. So when that happened to me, it was like my world came crashing down. But I grew up believing never base tomorrow's successes on yesterday's failures. You learn from your mistakes and what happened. So to me, the most important thing when that letter came, I looked at the product, I took the product, I fell in love with the product. And I can honestly say that I've not had a flare-up or symptom of my condition in 19 years now. It was actually October of 1998 when I last had any type of symptom. So what I'm trying to say, is that this product is something that everybody, and not just even humans, I mean, we have it for canine, equine, feline. I mean, if they have an immune system and they want to stay healthy, they should take Transfer Factor. So I fell in love with the product, but I had a big question mark. My fear, and I can, I have empathy for people, that are business people, especially network marketing, that have maybe been through business failures. But understand, at least me, every millionaire that I've met personally, it wasn't their first time around the block that they made their millions. They learned first, and then they found the right opportunity. And that's what happened to me with 4Life. You see, and 4Life came to me, but I had to know who was running this company. I had to meet that person. Why? Because I was starting all over from scratch. I didn't want to touch anybody from the previous company I was with because I considered them cancer. And they were the reason the company went down. They're like locusts. They came in, they tore it up and spit it out, and down it went. So I was very protective of something that Claudia mentioned earlier, which is culture. The culture and lifestyle that we have at For Life is amazing, and I love it. And it's that culture I'm very protective of. It is a culture of together building people. It's a culture of love. It's a culture of support, as you can see from this call here. And so what changed my life, when we all have these defining moments where we make decisions that change our lives. Some are natural, getting married, you pick a partner and you get married and life changes. Have a baby, life changes. But those are natural. Well, making a business decision also will affect your life. And it can be for good or for bad, to be honest with you. And I had to know who was running this company because I did not want to go through another failure. So I borrowed money, flew to Utah, because at the time I was so broke, I actually had a joke. I said, so broke I can't even pay attention. Things are that bad. So I flew to Utah on borrowed money to get a plane ticket, and that day changed my life. Why? I met David Lisenby. I walked into his office, and he looked at me and he said, we're so thrilled you're here. We'd like to talk to you about how we can grow this company. And at the time we talked about taking transfer factor to the world. And I wanted to make sure that, he had international experience, because today our marketplace is the entire world. And that's why, as Michael mentioned earlier, we diversified quickly. We opened up New Zealand in 2000, literally 2 years after we opened the company, and then Japan, and then so on throughout South America. And as J. Michael mentioned earlier, I do business in over 150 countries now, and have hundreds of thousands of people in my organization. Gabby and I, now I don't say that to brag. The point I want to make is this. Many people today get in network marketing. And network marketing, once the bug has bit you and you really understand it, it changes your life.
Yes.
And that's what happened to us. And in 1998, when we joined, I knew our life was going to change. I had no doubt. I overcame my fear very quickly because I knew David Lisenby. I knew of his priorities, his principles, his values, his experience, everything lined up. When I met him, that day changed my life. So I came back home and went to work. Now here's the difference. Most people spend their life, there's 4 quadrants. And if you know Robert Kiyosaki, in fact, I will post this on Facebook right after this call, and I would encourage you to read it. And Claudia and J Michael, maybe you can share it or put it on your Facebook as well.
Can do.
But most people spend their time in the employee quadrant or the salesperson quadrant, meaning that what they're doing is they're working for money. Whereas other people spend their time, as J. Michael mentioned earlier, it was one of my favorite comments you made, J. Michael, was the business quadrant, being a business, builder, all right? A business person looks at it as a business, and you build your business. You're not just selling something, and you're certainly not an employee, but you're building something. But there's also something very important, and it's the quadrant of investing. I invest every day. During that recession we went through in 07, 08, 09, people were struggling. I was thriving. Why? I invest in people. What do I mean? Here we are on this call. My time, my money, my effort goes into people. I just got back. Abby and I we were in Malaysia, Australia, New Zealand, and I was in Kenya, all within the last 60 days. Okay. Obviously that costs money. Well, I'm not bragging, just making a point. As J. Michael mentioned, you saw the figures as a platinum international diamond. Yeah, we earn a lot of money. I reinvest that back into people. And so that's what I encourage everyone to do, is treat this as a business and understand that this is a marathon. It's not a sprint. Okay. Meaning that, you keep putting one foot in front of the other. Now your upline works for the downline. We're here to work for you guys. Claudia is here working for you. J. Michael's working for you. I'm here working for you. That's what makes this so great. And if I tell people this, I'm very frank and straightforward. If you can't make it with us in For Life, I don't know where you can, to be honest with you, because of everything that you get. When you think about it, your business investment to start your business is so minimal, it's insane. When I joined network marketing in the 80s, it was $5,000 to join the company. And I had to figure out how to get $5,000 as a 21-year-old to invest in my business back then. Here, as J. Michael mentioned, even with a transformer pack, your total business investment, you might be spending anywhere from a couple hundred up to maybe $400 and something to start your business. Then you got all these tools, you got all these people. There's something called success by association. If you want to be a great musician, surround yourself with good musicians. If you want to be a great athlete, surround yourself with athletes to play the sport that you want to excel at. If you want to excel in business, surround yourself with business people. Now, if you want to excel in a business that brings residual income, a lifestyle that's amazing, traveling the world, helping people, not just financially, but with wellness. Think about all the people out there that are sick, to be honest with you, that we can reach out to and help. Now, I don't go looking for sick people, to be honest with you. I'm building a business. I talk to people every day. When I talk to them, one of three things will happen. Nothing, which is fine. I made a new friend. That's how I look at it. So I just share. In fact, we have a funny saying around our home, sharing is caring. I'm sure you've heard that. And I share the opportunity and the products with people. So if nothing happens, I made a new friend. Let me tell you, nothing turns into something many times. I just brought in a gentleman. In fact, if you don't mind, I'd like to read something to you here real quick. In fact, I don't have to read it. I could probably share my screen with you guys. And so let me try this here real quick. Escape. And I'm just going to go to my email. And please forgive me, I'm bouncing around here, but I just thought that this was pretty cool. I got this email today. And this really is what this business is all about. All right, this came from a gentleman in Kenya. And let me share my screen here so you guys can see this as well. Not that I have to, but I'm going to just so you guys can see. J Michael and Claudia, can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm. I can.
Dave, so this is a gentleman I met back at the first of the year, okay? 15 years he was with another company, all right? I'll say the company, Forever Living, selling aloe vera products, making over $50,000 US a month. That was his max. That was his cap. Well, over the years, whatever happened, things happened, and he started struggling. The company had bad management over there and so forth. But nevertheless, I met him. He was not interested. Next trip I went over, met him, little interested. Now, here's what happened. Hi, Dave. I've studied the information you attached carefully. It's obvious 4Life Company is well organized and committed to helping their distributors and grow in this competent market. By the way, this gentleman is a doctor. He's a highly specialized doctor. Dave, with our competent compensation plan, competent product, and competent leadership, the space is only a limit. Africa is poised for greatness. Now, this gentleman is actually in Kenya, and the one that I wanted to read you, I apologize here, is this one here, I think. There we go. Dave, kindly receive my warm greetings from Kenya. First and foremost, I want to thank God and you and Gabby for this 4Life opportunity, for bringing this 4Life opportunity to us. Had we not met a second time and created a great rapport with one another, I would have missed not only an awesome friend and business mentor, but also a great business opportunity and amazing product line. Your friendliness, humbleness, honesty, social skills, etc., seduced me before the opportunity. The point I'm trying to make for you guys is that this business is simply about sharing with people, and some people are ready, some people are not ready. And Dr. Ojina, he wasn't ready at first, but then he became ready. And it was, which I find interesting, it was a trip that I made traveling the countryside of Kenya, and he was in the car, and we went to this national park, and all we did that entire day was chit chat, had lunch, and just little conversations. No pressure on that. And it was that bonding experience we had that really brought him in. So the point I'm trying to make, and to kind of finish up on my part of the call here, is this business is about making friends. How wonderful is that? You make friends, you share with people, and you sort, all right? The ones that are not interested, that's okay. Another day, put them on the back burner. The ones that are interested, focus on them, work with them, and understand someone that's interested can find someone else who's interested, can find someone else, and that's how you grow your business. So our story is, and actually a slight clarification, we joined in 98, we became platinums in 08, and so that took us, actually no, 06, my bad. We became platinums in 06, so that's 8 years. Today, many are rising up to the top much quicker. Why? So many resources, so many countries are open. You can go you got your own personal website. That's another thing you get for free. 4life.com/, put your ID, change it to whatever you want. It could be forlife.com/J Michael or Claudia. That's your personal website. You can sign someone up around the world right through your website as well. There's so many tools that you have. So again, it's about culture, lifestyle, helping people, having fun doing it. Don't take it too seriously. You got to have fun, you know, and again, build a family, you know, and partner up with people. Claudia and J Michael, I think it's awesome. You guys are working together. You're not even in each other's downline and you're working together. That's what it's about. You know, strength in numbers and law of averages. Our life has changed. Yes, I've been in 98 countries with For Life. You know, we just took our entire family to Australia. In fact, I think I'm wearing my bridge climbing in Sydney. We just did this a few weeks ago. And we sailed around the harbor. But all these trips that we do, by the way, you guys can go. We want you to go. We need you to go. Understand this, and I'll just kind of finish with this. We can't be successful. I can't be successful. J. Michael can't be successful. Claudia can't be successful by ourselves. We have to do it with people. So the real question is, are you ready? Do you want to join us? And if you've already joined us, congratulations. Let's get to work and share with people. And many of them will join, and we'll keep building our For Life family. And that's really what it's about. There's no magic to it. For me, it's just been time. That's all. Sharing, and it's a habit now. If I go out and about and talk to people, somehow, some way it comes out of my mouth, what I do for a living, you know, the product I represent, the company I represent. Many times it's my shirt people ask me about. But anyhow, I love this business, you know, and I love all the For Life distributors, the family. And, you know, again, together building people, have fun. And J. Michael, I don't know if there's anything special that you want me to touch on, but I would just say that, you know, it's all law of averages, talking to people, sharing, and those that are interested, focus on them. Don't dwell on the people that are not interested. Another day. That's
exactly. All. And I agree, I can't agree more, Dave. I remember when I was introduced to you by one of your neighbors who I'd known for many, many years and who you had talked to for many, many years too, in San Diego. And she and I had worked together at another company, and she introduced me to you. And it is about just sharing information. And we talked about Africa. You and I have a common love for Africa and the people for Africa and helping the people in Africa and see the potential for Africa. But we're focusing right now, friends, on North America. There's just tremendous opportunity right here in North America, from Maine to Hawaii and New Fredericton to Toronto to Vancouver in Canada. And so we have had tremendous success. Maybe you can touch it. You mentioned it briefly about how the company evolved over the last 20 years, Dave, from going. And it wasn't necessarily on purpose. It organically grew internationally.
Right. Right. And here's why, you know, and again, I'm not trying to boast or brag, but I pretty much was the pioneer of For Life. You know, I've been to every country that For Life exists in, and pretty much opened up 90+% of all the countries. And so I went there first. So if you look at the Summit magazine or the website, just look at all the platinums and golds and so forth. So I've been involved in the development of the majority of these distributors. And the way I work is real simple. I play a little game called Follow the Leader. You just don't know where the leader is going to pop up. And since when I joined For Life, I was living out in El Centro, on the border of Mexico and Arizona, right in the corner there. I call it Hell Centro, it gets so hot. And so I was living out there, and I didn't have a car. Remember, I was so broke I couldn't pay attention. I did not have a vehicle to drive around in. I had to borrow, Gabby was my girlfriend at the time we were dating. I had to borrow her car. And so my tool was the telephone. And I had a little apartment making $400 a month rent. And apologize, some update just came up on my screen. And so I couldn't even afford my rent, but I used a telephone. Telephone has no boundaries. So the development started on the East Coast. You mentioned Jeff Outgilbers, Claudia. Jeff, I called him, and this is interesting. It was during the holiday season. It was Christmas. I was working the phones like you guys are doing right now. I was doing that in December when everyone was saying it's time to slow down. Nobody wants to hear about business opportunities. I found Jeff. If I had not made that call, Jeff would not be with me. And if Jeff wouldn't be with me, to me, that's a 15 million life point leg. Okay, that one leg, all right? The point I'm trying to make is you never know. You never know. So as it developed on the East Coast and in Michigan and Florida, it went down to Puerto Rico. And that was on my 9th level, you see. I'm working down deep now. I told everybody, I got to work. I got to talk to people. If I'm not talking to people for you, I'm talking to people for someone else. Well, people took advantage of me. In fact, I would always say, scrub me up. I'm ready, like a doctor, you know. And I was making calls. I speak fluent Spanish, so I got a call, Puerto Rico. I went to Puerto Rico. It was really one of the first meetings I did in 2000. 5 people came. That's it. Now, somebody might say that's a bad meeting. Why would you fly to Puerto Rico just to talk to 5 people? Well, let's look at today. Of those 5, 3 are platinum and 2 are golds. I'd say that was a pretty good meeting. So the point is this. That's kind of how it started off. Then from Puerto Rico, the Latin group, they got it. Now, get this. What's the population, J. Michael, of our country? How many million?
300.
300 and something? Yeah, 300 million.
300 plus.
Population of Puerto Rico, I don't know, what have you got there? I don't know, 4, 5, 6 maybe?
Maybe.
There's five platinum international diamonds in Puerto Rico on that island. All right? So go figure. So here's my point. It doesn't matter where you live, okay? They got it. You see, they got it. They got this very message we're talking about tonight, and that's why there's 5 platinums making the money that J. Michael showed you earlier on a little island. Now take the Dominican Republic. There's a platinum there making $2 million a year. All right. So the point I'm trying to make is that it doesn't matter where you are. J. Michael and Claudia mentioned earlier, we're focusing on North America, but the development of the company took off. It actually happened outward, you know, and in Southeast Asia. You know, we went over there. I started working with Sherry, Din, Sadiq, Dan, Rid, the Quecks, the whole Southeast Asia region took off. And then Australia, New Zealand with Barry Blake and that group over there, you know, and then Europe took off. And so anyhow, now what's happening is you're going to see the outsiders coming in here, taking our country and our business, you guys. This is our market, all right? And it's happening already. So things are happening from the outside in. We need to take advantage, all right? You know, this is our market. Let's get out. Let's talk to people, and let's build it. You know, Korea right now, I don't know if you saw the
Yes.
platinum just broke a couple days ago. New platinum in Korea. Let's get platinums in America.
Okay. Exactly.
Right? That's what we want to do. You know, so you guys, it's up to us. We have to do it. And here's the thing. Looking back 5 years from now, we're going to look back and say, I made this happen. I was part of it.
Exactly.
And that's what makes it so great. So, but yeah, that's how it all happened from the outside, and now it's coming in. And so, you know, I'm telling you, many of it, even me, if I don't take advantage of this market in North America, you know, I can miss out as well. So yes, I'm focusing on this market too. And I look forward to being on a number of these calls and participating with you guys.
Well, thank you so much, Dave, for taking the time. Claudia, thank you so much as well. Folks, get back with the ones that invited you to this and get more information if you need it. But we really do invite you to join us or the team that invited you on to watch this presentation tonight. We're going to be doing these much more of these, and as are many of the top leaders in North America right now, because we're coming together, leading our way towards convention in Salt Lake City, Utah in April of 2018, which I want to see every one of you there. I can't wait to meet all the ones that I've met over the last year, from Lucille to Lisa to Brenda and you, Claudia. Claudia and I have been working together. It seems like we know each other, Claudia. We've never met. Dave and I were in Salt Lake together. But folks, thanks so much. My phone number, 970-219-7700, is open to anyone. And I'd love to talk to you or talk to you and the guests or the person that invited you. The three of us can talk, but get back, get the information. If you're looking for an opportunity to start something new in 2018, this is the company I think you should seriously look at. And what Dave shared, it's like deja vu, Dave. You shared tonight what you shared with me a little over 3 years ago. And I saw it as an independent businessman. It just made sense to me. I know some of you out there might not. You're scared. You're still, Claudia, as you mentioned, your good friend and neighbor who still believes in the security of a job. And so I understand that. Everybody's different. I still have wonderful employees working for me in my restaurants. I have 2 employees who worked for me for 30 years as an employee in a restaurant, and I love them to death. This is for everyone. They buy my products. They're working in my restaurants, but they're buying my 4Life products and making them healthy. So, guys, I want to thank every one of you for joining us this evening. We'll be back next Tuesday, same time. And have a wonderful holiday season. Think about friends and family. I know all of us have friends and family coming into town, or we're going places. Claudia, safe travels for you to Florida. And let's, with that, say good night. Thank you so much, Dave. Thank you, Claudia. Sure.
Thank you. Good night, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you for your leadership. Bye-bye.